Hello, Abdo and Salah. Good morning, everyone. What's the difference between in, on, and at when we talk about time and space? Well, let me help you with that. I have just what you need. Let's see, how can I do this? I think maybe I can do this. Oops, no, I don't want to do that. I want to do this. So we had a question from my YouTube audience. Abdo and Sala wants to know about the difference between in, on, and at when we talk about time, space, please. I think this is what you're looking for, my friend. So take a picture. You can take a screenshot. Okay, I'll try to post this later on my moments also. But take a look at this. At we say for time, we say at 3 a.m. We say at breakfast, at the moment, at that night or at that time, at night, at noon, at dinner, at Easter, at midnight, at midday, at Christmas. Okay? But we use in. So if you take a look, there's a general rule, but it's not a total rule, right? Again, English is a language of exceptions, right? So if you look at it, the majority of the prepositions using, or I'm sorry, the majority of the at prepositions regarding time are talking about a smaller moment of time. Okay, so the majority of the ones that use at are, at 3 a.m. That's a very small, specific amount of time, right? Breakfast is a pretty short amount of time at the moment. Okay, those are mostly small amounts of time. Okay, mostly. In, if you look, is slightly, well, in 2004, in July, in the 21st century, in summer, in autumn, in spring, in afternoon. So let's see. Spring, autumn, summer, 21st century, July, and 2004. And also the future, the past. Those are big, right? Those are big amounts of time. Okay, so the majority of the ones using in are big. There are a few exceptions, like in 5 minutes, or in an hour, or in the afternoon. Those are in the morning. That would be smaller, but not, that doesn't it doesn't quite fit with the pattern of in. Again, there's the exception, right? And then on Tuesday, on July 30th, on Independence Day, on Friday, on the weekend. So usually I kind of tell people the general rule is at is for very small amounts of time, on is for kind of medium amounts of time, and in is for big amounts of time. That's the general rule, but there are a few exceptions to that rule. Okay? But if you take a screenshot, hopefully you'll see what you need there. And I will try to post this later in my moments if you missed it here now. Okay? I hope that answered your question. So yeah, hello everyone. Welcome to my live stream. What's up? It is Monday, February 5th, and it's 2024. Time is flying. Good morning, Flavia. Hello, once again. Hello, Satvika. Hello, Shafiq, Shazad. Hello, Rafael. Bom dia. Hello, Bruce. Hello, Sala. Did I see the Grammys? No. I don't. I'm not usually a big fan of any award shows. I don't know. Okay, let me put it to you this way, Hussein. I think award shows are great if you're not already rich. So if you're rich, that's the award. If you became famous and rich, then there's your reward. That's your award. Being rich, that's your award. That's the award that tells you you did a good job. Yay. But I think it's a little weird when rich people who are very successful, then we have to bring them on stage and give them another award to say, wow, you're so awesome. So I like it when they give awards to people who deserve them, who really need to know that what they do matters, right? So if you run a homeless shelter, if you are a person who runs a homeless shelter, and it's a difficult job, and you don't get paid much, and you've been doing it for a long time, and you're really good at what you do, that person deserves an award. But I just think it's weird if you're giving awards to people who are already rich. That's the award. Becoming rich is the award. I don't know that they need to have another pat on the back after that. That's just the way I see it. I kind of feel like it's just too much. They don't need that. Most of them. They don't need that. Well, let's see. Hello, Yulia. I am a drummer. Yes, Bruce. When is my birthday? Why? In September. That's all I'll say. What's the difference between can and can't when you speak fast? Sala. Well, let me just say this, Sala. Many natives, sometimes natives can't clearly hear that either. So if my father says something to me and I'm not sure if he said can or can't, what will I do? I'll look at him and I'll say, I'm sorry, did you say can or can't? So if the native speaker does that, then you should do that too. So if someone says something and you're not sure if they said can or can't, then you should ask them, I'm sorry, did you say can or can't? Okay? But the difference is it still has a T on it. I can go to the store, I can't go to the store. I can go to the store, I can't go to the store. I can go to the store, I can't go to the store. if it's properly said, you should hear it. But not everybody speaks completely properly all the time. Okay? So just ask. Ask, ask, ask. Okay? Okay, I see a few people asking to come on my stage. I'm not ready yet. You have to wait for me. You wait for me. I'm the host. I decide when people come on my stage, okay? So please wait a minute. I'm not ready. Yes, I play the drums. Is anyone having trouble with my live stream today? Well, Hossein, I won't say that about Taylor Swift. I do think Taylor Swift actually is the one person I would say probably does deserve the awards. Because if you read about her and you find out a little bit more about her background, Hossein, I'm not a big Taylor Swift fan of her music. It's not terrible, but there are a few songs I think are okay, but I'm not a big fan. But I do have tremendous respect for her as a person because if you read about her background, there are some things that she has done that are pretty amazing. Not music, not money. For example, Hossein, nearly every city in America that she performed in, where she made a lot of money, she also donated a lot of money to every homeless food bank in those cities in America. That's a lot. Like I read one food bank has enough food for the next 10 years. Enough money for food for 10 years for the homeless. Okay? That's amazing. Nobody forced her to do that. Nobody made her do that. She wanted to do that. Okay? There are some other things in her background that are pretty amazing too. So I think she does deserve an award. I don't know that it needs to be a Grammy, but I mean, she does good stuff for a lot of people. She goes out of her way to try to be benevolent with her, to use her popularity and fortune for benevolent things. And not many, I don't know too many people on that level who do as much as she does. So in that regard, that's the one I will say she's all right. What's the lesson capacity, Bruce? Hello Talk lessons are one-on-one. Hello Talk lessons are one-on-one. Hello, little Demi. Hello, Muhammad. He is or he are? He is. He is, she is, they are. I am. They are. I look younger this year. Well, I don't feel younger. Flavia, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Flavia. I hope you have a wonderful day. Hello, Sarah and Miguel. Good morning, my friend. Hello, Rapid. Hello, Chopper Flight Rio. Oh, that's a cool thing. What, do you fly helicopters in Rio? That's pretty awesome. If I come to Rio, can I have a helicopter ride? I've never actually been in a helicopter in my life. Never been in a helicopter. Always wanted to. I always thought it'd be pretty cool, but I've never been in one. Yeah, I'm not a Swiftie, but I gotta have respect for her because, yeah, she makes it hard to not at least respect her because she does do a lot of good for a lot of people. So, in that regard, I tip my hat to her. Her bass player is a friend of mine, actually, in her band. He's from my city, and I used to play music with him. You don't know what's wrong with me, but my voice is so pure and you like it. Well, then I don't think there's anything wrong if it's pure. But Noah, if you buy a microphone like this one, you'll sound really good too. Okay? Equipment matters when you're doing anything with audio and video. You have to have a good camera and you have to have a good microphone. Yeah. But once again, let me check one thing. Please let me know, is the internet connection okay today? Is everything looking okay? Does it sound okay? Is it stable? I did make some adjustments, so it should be better. It should be better. Okay. Because I upgraded my internet just a little bit more because I I needed a better upload speed. My upload speed should be really good now, and that's the one that makes the live streams stable. So the quality should be better. The stability should be better. We should have fewer problems with my live streams now. Okay. Let's see. Hello, Tala in YouTube. Why do people in the USA look happy and show luxurious lives from the outside, but they look depressed and well, Rapid, that's not just the United States. Social media is playing a big role in that all around the world. Social media encourages everyone to only show the most positive things in their life all the time. And that means that you think everybody's got these great lives all the time. But that's just not real. That's not reality. So, not everyone is depressed. There are lots of people who are really happy. Most of them, I think. Okay. But living in America, yeah, it's a unique experience with a lot of different kinds of social pressures. Not that there are not social pressures also in other countries that you are from, but I can only speak to my country, and I'll just say that there are a lot of pressures here to be a certain way, to do a certain thing, to be, yeah. Sometimes we call it keeping up with the Joneses. Keeping up with the Joneses is it's an idiom that means the Joneses are an imaginary next door neighbor. And if the Joneses buy a new boat, now you have to buy a new boat. If the Joneses paint their house, now you have to paint your house. If the Joneses go on a vacation to Hawaii, now you have to go on a vacation to Hawaii. So it means you're trying to keep up with everybody who's doing more, keeping up with the Joneses. It means that pressure we feel to always do the great things we see our neighbors doing. Okay? But it's not necessarily everyone. Okay? And I'm sure it's not just in the United States. All right? Hello, Sophia and Sidra. Hello, Grace. What's the meaning of to put up with someone? To put up with someone means that maybe this person's a little bit difficult, a little stressful, and you have to deal with that without getting upset. That's putting up with someone, okay? If someone is difficult in some way and you have to deal with that, then you are putting up with them, Okay. So if you say, I'm tired of putting up with your yelling, I'm tired of putting up with your arguing, I'm tired of putting up with your attitude. Okay. It means I'm tired of dealing with that thing. Okay. Or I always have to put up with this thing, right? To look up to someone means to admire them. Like when you're a little child and you look up to your parents, you admire them, right? So to look up to someone means someone you respect and admire. Okay. Hossein, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but actually, Nicki Minaj is somebody who I don't respect even a little bit, especially recently. Man, no, Hossein, I'm sorry. But Hossein, read her lyrics, man. She's not remotely wise, and she's not remotely positive, and she's not remotely doing anything to encourage anyone to be wise or positive. Okay? I don't hear any positivity in her music. All I hear is what we call smut. Okay? And actually, I lost respect for her even more, if that's possible, because recently I read an article about uh, yeah, she's just, I don't know, man. Her music is not my style of music to begin with. But then, if all you talk about is sex and drugs and money and no, that's just garbage to me. All of it. Anything that's just talking about that stuff only, I'm sorry, Hossein. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, my friend. Hello, Daikicho. Good to see you again. And yes, most social media is very, very contrived. Contrived means kind of made up to look like something, but it's not really that way. Okay. Sala, I think I answered this question before. What's the difference between over there and there? Sometimes nothing. Okay. If I say it's there or it's over there, same thing. The only difference that I will tell you is occasionally the term over there implies a bigger distance. If I say, my phone is right there, that usually it's somewhere close to you that you can see, okay? Sometimes. But if I say it's over there, that maybe implies it's further away, okay? But I wouldn't say that's a hard rule. Okay. I could say the store is right there or the store is over there. Same thing. Okay. Are you spelling Johnson's right? Well, that depends on. Johnson is a name. Oh, I think you mean Joneses. It's keeping up with the Joneses. For example, the overly retouched selfies. Yeah, yeah. Although, Bruce, in my experience, that's a bigger problem in Asia than it is here. Uh, I'm not saying that it doesn't happen here. It does. People retouch them here. But if you retouch your photo here so much that it doesn't even look like you anymore, no, we will laugh at you. We will laugh at you. If you post a picture of yourself that doesn't look anything like you anymore because you retouched it so much, we will kind of say, who's that? That's not you. Okay. But when I was living in Taiwan, I definitely saw lots of pictures of people who, they would post an edited picture of themselves that's so edited, it's like, what is this? That's not reality. That's not even close to reality. And I don't think that's healthy or honest. Why is the homeless population pervasive in the U.S.? Ayup, homelessness is a problem here, but it's a problem in many places. But it's a problem here mostly because life in America is expensive. Life in America is expensive, and there are certain things about American life that you can lose it all like that. And then where are you? On the street. So, uh, it's a complicated question to answer, Ayup. Um, yeah, I would I would need to talk about that for about 4 hours to try to explain it all. Okay? I'm glad you learn a lot in my live streams. Is it a good idea to improve accent when you're not good at speaking? Sure. You can always try to improve whatever, right? Every aspect of language that you can improve, you should try to improve as much as you can, you know, whenever you can. So, of course, don't worry about it too much, but put it this way, Noah, I think that your goal for your pronunciation and your accent should not be perfect clarity like mine. You shouldn't be trying to sound exactly like me. Your first goal, at least, should be just to sound clear. Can people understand you? It doesn't have to be perfect, but can people understand you? Okay? Oh, so many questions already. How can you improve your dictation? I think I would go to YouTube, Tala, and YouTube has a setting so that you can change the speed of the person that you're listening to, right? You can speed it up or slow it down, right? So slow it down until it's slow enough for you to listen to, and attempt to try to see if you can dictate with a slower speed and then speed that up just a little bit more each time. So if you're talking about dictation, dictation means listening to someone speak and writing. Or Tala, did you mean diction? Hello again, Blake. Good to see you again, my friend. Did you mean dictation or did you mean diction? Diction means pronunciation, perfect pronunciation. But dictation means to write down the things you hear other people saying. Okay? Could I elaborate on start off and start out? Let me think about that for a moment. In most cases, I think I would say those are the same. Yeah. We start off with this many things. We start out with this many things. When you start out, you might need to do this. When you start off, you might need to do this. In most cases that come into my mind, that feels pretty interchangeable. Okay? But again, Hussein, always remember English is a language of exceptions. So, I will tell you that in general, I think those are interchangeable. But there could be one or two rare situations where they're not. Okay? Dictation. Yeah, so if you want to practice your dictation, then I would suggest you could use audiobooks, you could use ChatGPT, you could use YouTube, any videos that you can control the speed, then you can do that. Okay? Hello, Ahmed. Catfish? Oh, well, that's a bit more serious. When you catfish someone, which is kind of a stupid term, but catfishing is this bizarre thing people do where they pretend to be a completely different person, a fantasy person that's perfect. And then they pretend to fall in love with someone as that fantasy person. If you have ever been a person who catfishes, or if you know someone who does, run away from that person as fast as you can. Because if you're catfishing, I'm sorry, but you have some serious psychological problems. If you're catfishing, there's something very wrong with you, and you need help. There's a TV show on MTV called Catfish. I think it's fake, though. I don't even think it's a real show. I think they make all that up. They just pretend that really happens. I think maybe the first year they had that show, it might have been some real people who had really done that. But honestly, I think now they just make it up. They just create it for the TV show. Because, quite honestly, no, there cannot be that many people doing that. It's just bizarre. It's psychologically disturbing. Why? What's wrong with you? How cruel, too. To pretend to be someone and then fall in love with someone, that's really sick. No. No, no, no. Okay? Hello, Johnny O in Luxembourg. Yeah, the diss track. And I will not call her the queen of rap, though, Hossein, because there are at least 4 other people who would be higher up on the list. She calls herself the queen of rap. But that's another reason why, if you call yourself the best, you're not the best. That's why Kanye West, not the best. If you have to tell everybody you're the best, no, that's not how it works. Other people are the ones who tell you if you're good or not. If you're running around telling everybody you're the best, you also have some psychological problems. Yeah. So, but I did read about that diss track, and yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. No, that's immature. She acts like a child, in my opinion. She needs to be more mature. She needs to learn how to be more mature. And she needs to understand that she is a role model. And right now, I don't think she's a good one, because if you had a little girl, would you want her to become like that? I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay? I'm sorry. But Hossein, you also need to remember, everybody needs to remember this. When you talk to me about music, you're probably not going to like what I have to say. Why? Because I am a professional musician. I have been listening to music since I was a little boy and professionally since I was 18. That means I'm familiar with possibly millions more than you are. Millions more performers than you are, okay? I know about so many kinds of music, periods of music, types of music, everything that you can imagine about music. I know a lot of it, right? So if you only know 50 groups or 20 groups or 100 groups, then you don't know much. So you don't have a lot to compare to. So, again, I don't like most modern music at all. Most modern music, most pop music especially. I'm sorry, but I'm not a fan of almost any pop music. Almost any of it. Okay? So yeah, you're welcome to like whatever you like, but I will just ask you to try to dig a little bit deeper, because if you dig deeper, you'll find better. All right? If you've only eaten the McDonald's hamburger, then you cannot tell me it's the best hamburger in the world. Do you see how that works? If the only hamburger you know is from McDonald's, then no, that's not the best. That's the only one you know. That's what I think about Nicki Minaj. She's a hamburger from McDonald's. If you dig deeper, you'll find better. That's my opinion. Okay? Might not be. Maybe you'll disagree. It's fine if you do. Okay? But most pop music, if you ask me about it, I'm not a fan of Justin Bieber music. I'm not a fan of most boy bands. I'm not a fan of a lot of the stuff that's very famous and popular. I'm not a fan. I listen to jazz music. I listen to world music and funk music and Latin music and classical music and indie rock. Indie rock means independent rock and roll, not pop rock. It's a bit more challenging. Okay? Okay. Ahmad, are you talking to me or someone else? Ahmad Saba Ayun? Ashraf wants to know, are idioms or words more important for English fluency? They're both important, especially in American English. We use a lot of idioms, okay? So you do need some. I think words, I would say, are more important in the beginning, especially. You have to make basic sentences, right? So I think I would focus on words mostly, but add some idioms as you go. Okay? Can you use Keeping Up with the Joneses in your essay? Sure. Yeah. Yes, you can. Idioms are still, I think idioms are almost always okay to use in a formal setting if they demonstrate a certain thing that you want to talk about. Yeah, absolutely you can. Hello, Khalid Hussein. There are many natives here on Hello Talk, but it's not easy to find someone who teaches you seriously. Daikicho. Thank you for saying that, but let me explain to you why. Okay. One, Hello Talk is not an app to find a free teacher. It's not. It's not what the app is for. The app is meant to find a native speaker who can help you, but that doesn't mean they're a teacher. Being a teacher is a job. It requires skill. And it's something that takes quite a long time to become really good at, in my opinion. Okay? But the majority of people that you talk to here are not teachers at all. Okay? So they may not be good at teaching. Okay? And two, they may not really want to teach you like you think. Okay? Hello Talk is meant to exchange help. So you help them a little bit, they help you a little bit, but it's not so formal. If you want formal learning, you must go to a teacher and you must pay them. Pay them. Okay, you have to pay them. If you want real teaching, pay for it. Otherwise, you have to take what you can get from the natives who are willing to help you. But yeah, it's difficult to find someone really serious who really wants to be here a lot and help you a lot. Okay? But learning is that way. Learning has always been a challenge. Thousands of years ago, if you wanted to learn, You had to travel to the Library of Alexandria in Egypt to read about things that didn't exist anywhere else in the world. So you might travel thousands of miles just to get to a place where you could read. Language is that way, learning is that way. If you want to learn, it takes effort. It's not going to come easy. If you think learning is going to come easy, then you don't understand learning. Okay? Learning comes with effort, not with magic. Okay? But if you do find somebody who's willing to teach you and willing to help you, then value that person greatly. Okay? Am I talking about Helen Reddy? Well, no, that's pop music. They were talking about rap music. But I don't really like these terms like the queen or the king of... No, that's... Who says that? Michael Jackson is the king of pop? You know, you could say Diana Ross was the queen of pop back in the day. You could say Queen Latifah. She's the queen of rap. You know, I think a lot of people would agree with that. I don't know. There's also, what's it called? Who's that other chick? Oh, I can't remember her name now. Anyway, the point is, those are not real. There is no queen of pop. There is no king of rap. There is no, that's all garbage. That's just marketing. That's marketing. That's all that is. When they say it's the queen of pop or the king of pop or the queen of rap or the king of rap or the king of whatever, that's just marketing to make you go buy it. That's all it is. Okay? That's all it is. It's not real. Like whatever you like. Like whatever you like. Okay? Don't like something because other people like it. Like it because it speaks to you. Like it because it makes you feel something and makes you think something. Okay? What if McDonald's is the best burger? Well, I can tell you it's not. Okay? McDonald's is not the best burger because McDonald's doesn't, they know it's not the best burger. They don't use the best meat. They don't use the best products. They make a cheap burger. It's called fast food for a reason. It's not called good food. It's called fast food. It's fast. That's the only thing that it has to be is fast. It doesn't have to be the best. It just has to be the fastest. Understand? So just because they're natives doesn't mean they can teach. So Daikicho, if I walk down the street in Japan and just find some random person in Japan, could I ask them to teach me? Would they be good at it? No, probably not. Okay? Just because you know a language doesn't mean you can teach. Just because you know something, anything, doesn't mean you can teach it. Teaching requires a certain type of person. Okay? What's the difference between pronunciation and enunciation? Pronunciation is a general term that describes any way something is pronounced. So if I say he pronounces it well, he pronounces it poorly, he pronounces it with an accent, it's a general term to describe the way things are pronounced. But enunciation is talking about exaggerating your pronunciation to be more clear. To enunciate, I try to enunciate every time I do my live streams. I want my words to be very clear, so I move my mouth a lot and I over-exaggerate my motions to make sure it's extremely clear. This is enunciation, okay? Arshia says, I spent 5 years of my life learning how to teach individuals. People don't appreciate it. Yeah, teaching is a job, people. Yeah, that's one thing that does bother me on Hello Talk a lot. It bothers me. I wish they would just tell people, make friends first. Let me say it again. Make friends first. Make friends first. You cannot just message someone and say, will you please teach me? No. No, I will not. Why? Because I don't even know you. You want it too easily. If you message people and you just ask them, will you please teach me? You want it too easily. You need to relax and understand that the responsibility is yours. It's your responsibility to do the work. It's not to find somebody who does the work for you. That's what you're hoping. You're hoping you'll find somebody who will make it real easy for you. It's not going to be easy. Okay? All the people agree that Michael Jackson is the king of pop. Well, not all the people, no. But again, those are just marketing terms, and he's one of the first ones who came up with that, okay? Okay, Sala says, what do you say when something returns to the way it was after darkness, corruption, and injustice? I'm not sure exactly what you mean, Sala. Well, what do you mean when the way it was? How was it before? Maybe it was dark or corrupt or unjust before. I don't know. So I'm not sure how to answer that. And Rahul, I cannot tell you how to get a British accent because I am from the United States. If you want to know how to get a British accent, go talk to a Brit. Okay? Do I agree that he's the king of pop? I agree that they call him the king of pop. That's the name they've given him. But Ali, it's just a name. It doesn't really mean anything. And I'm sure there are millions of people in this world who don't like his music. And so, no, they probably don't think he's the king of pop. And there are probably millions of people who don't know about him either. So it's just a marketing term, Ali. It's just a marketing term. If you call yourself a king or a queen, seek mental help. I am the king of teaching English. If I said that, you would think I'm really weird. And you would be right. Okay? Those are just marketing terms. There's no qualification to say, he's the king, yeah, he won this. So how do we qualify that? Because he was popular? Actually, if that's the case, okay. If you're just doing it based on popularity and sales numbers, then he's the king of pop sales. He's the king of pop sales, and Taylor Swift would be the queen of pop sales. But yeah, it's a bit narcissistic. Yeah. Yeah. Let me get some questions over here. Is it correct to... Tala, I don't know what you mean by is it correct to write the words correctly? I'm not sure what you mean. Michael Jackson was a boy. What makes Ohio popular? I don't know. It has many cities. It has many things to see. I'm not good at trying to tell you why it's good to be here. It's just it's a nice place, just like every place is a nice place. Come and check it out. Maybe you'll like it, maybe you won't. How can I do this hard work for free for so long? Well, because again, first of all, let me explain something to you. I am not going to keep doing this if I don't make money eventually. If I can't get some people to support me, then I will not be here. One day you will come and I will not be here anymore. If that happens, it's because not enough people supported me. If that happens, it's because too many people just decided, well, he doesn't need my support. I'm just going to watch his live streams and learn from him, but not help him. If you're watching and you're learning, but you're not doing anything to help me, that's a problem. And eventually, I won't be here. I won't be here anymore. Okay? So if you want me to be here, you have to support me. And that means you have to share, you have to tell people about it, buy my lessons. Anything you can do to support me would be great. Okay? And by the way, before I forget, if you want to, you can join my YouTube channel. Go to my YouTube channel and there is no time limit. If you go to my YouTube channel, the quality is better. If you go to my YouTube channel, you can see the subtitles. If you go to my YouTube channel, you can watch it as many times as you want. Okay? Hello, Shima. Ali, you're missing the point, Ali. You're missing the point. No one is the king or queen of any kind of music because music is not about popularity. Music is about personal expression and how it makes you feel. Justin Bieber is not the best of anything. Neither is Taylor. Neither is Michael Jackson. They're not the best of anything. They're just an artist. Leonardo da Vinci is not the greatest artist in the world. He's a great artist. Rembrandt, not the greatest artist in the world. He's just a great artist. Pavarotti, not the greatest singer in the world, but he is a great singer. Don't waste your time by trying to make somebody number one, the best of all time. That's a waste of time. And it's quite honestly, it's just very shallow. Art is not meant to be graded. Art is meant to be experienced. Do you understand? Art is not meant to be graded like which one is the best. It's just meant to make you feel something. That's it. If it makes you feel something, that's great. But I never tell people who's the best of anything. Okay? Because it's a silly argument to make. You can't prove it. Okay? So it's all opinion based. It's just your opinion. Okay, so there is no best of any kind of music, ever. There is just what you like. That's it. All right? Art is not meant to be graded. We don't go to the museum and say, this painting is the best painting in the entire museum. All the other paintings are not as good as this painting. No, that's not how art works. You go to the museum and you look at each painting, and each one will make you feel something different. And maybe you have one you like the best, but that doesn't mean it is the best. It just means that's the one that speaks to you the most. That's it. Okay? Hello, Farah. Have I ever learned about Oriental instruments? Yeah, some. I have a few friends who play some traditional Chinese instruments. I'm trying to remember the names of them now, but my brain is still not completely on yet. But yeah, I know a few people who play the traditional Chinese instruments. Yeah. Thank you, Bruce. I appreciate that. Farah, you can't click on the YouTube link, but you can copy it and paste it. Copy and paste it into your browser. It should work. Okay? People often say I'm the best teacher from this app. Well, I'm glad you think so, but Carlos, have you ever heard me say I'm the best teacher? No. I may have said I'm one of the more popular teachers. That's what I usually say is I'm one of the more popular teachers, but I'm not going to say I'm the best. Anyone who says they're the best can't be the best, because if you say you're the best, then you quit trying to be the best. You see how that works? You can't be the best if you quit trying. So I never want to think I'm the best at anything because I always want to keep improving. You have to stay humble. You have to stay humble. Okay? But the Mona Lisa, Da Vinci will be... No, I'm quite certain Da Vinci... I'm pretty sure Da Vinci would agree with me. That his work... I just saw an interview of... what's his name? Let's see... One moment. I saw an interview recently. It's an old interview with Marlon Brando. Many of you probably don't know who he is, but many, many people said Marlon Brando is the greatest actor of all time. And he had an interview with Connie Chung, very famous news person in America years ago. And Connie Chung asked him, many people think you're the greatest actor of all time. What do you say to that? And his answer was just like mine. He said, what does that mean? Who is the greatest? What does that mean? Based on what? You can't grade art. You can't grade it like that. It's not meant to be that way. It's meant to be experienced and felt, and that's a unique experience for everyone. So, yeah, that was a good answer. Yeah. Anyway, let's see. Barambau, yes, I have. I've always wanted to buy my own. I played one a few times in high school. And just recently, I think I posted the person who I saw. I learned Barambau by watching videos of Nena Vasconcelos. Do you know who that is, Carlos? You must know who that is. Nena. He's I think one of the greatest Brazilian percussionists of all time, and he was famous for his berimbau playing. And I know about how the berimbau was used to play for capoeira dancing, which was dance fighting, which was similar to the American tradition where American slaves would play instruments that were made of normal things that you would find around the house because they were not allowed to play music, so they would make musical instruments out of normal things like a washboard for washing your clothes or spoons for eating, and they would play music using those things. But then if the slave master came to see them, they would just pretend, oh, no, we're not playing music. We just have some spoons. These are spoons. It's not an instrument. Right? So they made instruments out of things that didn't look like instruments to hide from. And the same thing is true with capoeira. Capoeira is a kind of fighting, but it was designed to look like dancing to fool the people who were watching so that they didn't think that they were learning a way to fight. Yeah. So, yeah, anyway. I'm glad you guys think I'm good. If you think I'm good, that's great. I'm glad you like me. I appreciate that. But I don't ever want to think of myself as the best at anything. I want to continue to try to improve. And if you think you're the best, you won't. Do I know the old singer Demi Rousset? No, I'm not sure. Is that a French singer? It looks like a French name. Again, Rahul, yeah, he's trying to be humble, but he just thinks it's a silly thing because he did not do the things he did to be called the best. He just did them in the most authentic way he could. Okay? Of course you try your best, but trying your best is not the same thing as being referred to as the best. Okay? All right. Let's see. What's the meaning of come around and go around? Abdos and Salah, we say what goes around comes around, and that means karma. Karma. So if you do bad things will come back to you. If you do good things will come back to you. Okay? So what goes around comes around means if somebody does something bad to you, they will get something bad eventually. Not from you, just fate, the universe will send some bad luck their way. That's what goes around comes around means. Okay? And thank you for sharing. If you share, then I appreciate it. I'm not, if you can give me support by sending me money, sure, that's great because I do spend a lot of my own money to do this. So if you can give me tips and go to my Buy Me a Coffee page and, buy me a coffee, that's great. But if you can't afford to send me money, I understand that, and that's okay. But that doesn't mean you can't help me. You can help me. You just have to think of other creative ways to help me that don't involve money. Okay, so you just have to think, well, what could I do to help Teacher Mark? I can tell my friends, I can tell my family, I can maybe go on TikTok and make a video and tell people to go watch him. That would be great. Go do that. That'd be fun. Yeah, okay? You can support me in many other ways that don't involve giving me money, okay? And that's all I want. If you like what I'm doing and you think I'm good at what I'm doing and you appreciate my help, all I want you to do is just think, can I do anything to help this guy? Is there anything I could do that would benefit this guy somehow? That's it. And do it. That's all. Okay? It's called a team effort. A team effort. Okay? Hello, Alex. Good morning, my friend. And Alex, I would like to apologize to you because I think I kind of was too harsh to you the other day on my live stream because I was very tired. And you have to remember, Alex, I do work hard doing this. I wake up to get here and turn on the camera, and I have all this equipment that I had to learn how to use, and there's a lot of work in doing this. It's not just turning on the camera. There is a lot of work in this, okay? My entire day is busy. I never have a day off anymore, ever. I have to force myself to take days off because I'm too tired. So the other day, you said something that made me a bit uncomfortable, implying that this was a waste of my money or a waste of my time or I wasn't doing it in the best way possible. And I know you were trying to be helpful, and I appreciate that. I do. So I know you're trying to help. And if you want to help me, send me a message. If you think that you can help me, if you think there's something you can do to help me, send me a private message. And then maybe you can give me some advice about something you know, or you can tell me something I could do that you think would be beneficial. Just please, just try to do it in a way that doesn't make me feel like I'm don't use the words "you're wasting your time" or "you're wasting your money," because that's not a really good way to approach anyone ever. Okay? It's probably not going to get a good response if you say it that way. All right? That's all I want to say, okay? And snuggle and trail, I don't know that. I don't think I've ever heard that. Okay, and then I do want to get somebody on the stage to come talk to me. Well, Alex, I don't have any idea what that means. No idea. I've never heard that phrase or that term in my life. Wait, well, let me ask you this, Alex. Are those two different words that you're asking, or is that one thing you're asking? Are you asking about the word snuggle and the word trail? I know those, but I've never heard snuggle and trail together, and I have no idea what that means. No idea. What does Miguel wants to know? What does meant to be means? If I say it was meant to be, it means they're fated. They are fated. It means like it was fate that you meant. It was meant to be means it was meant to happen by fate or by destiny. Okay? The gods, whatever you want to call it. Okay? Something is meant to be means something was fated or destined to happen. Destiny and fate played a role. Okay? Oh, they're completely different. Okay, snuggle. Snuggle is a word that means when you maybe you and your girlfriend or your wife or whatever, if you get together and you're on the couch and you're just holding each other comfortably, you're snuggling, okay? To get close to someone and just be in close contact with them, you know? We can snuggle and watch a movie together. It just means you're maybe sitting or laying together closely while you watch a movie. That's all it means. Okay? It's not like it's not a sexual term or anything. Snuggle is an affection term. I want to snuggle just means I want to be close to someone, be held and be close to someone. Okay? But a trail is a path. The word trail means a path. Like a hiking trail means the path that you walk on when you hike. Okay? Let's find the trail means we need to find the path. Okay? All right. Please be patient. Hello, Min. Thank you. Shima says, during speaking, I forget vocabulary. What should I do? Well, Shima, that probably means that you are not thinking in English enough. If you think in English enough, using that vocabulary in your mind, you have to use the vocabulary in your mind in English. If you do that every day, then when you want to speak, it will be there and it will be ready. But if you're always thinking in your native language, then those words are forgotten and they're away in a closet somewhere. Okay? So if you practice the language in your mind first, if you want to speak well, if you want to write well, if you want to listen well, and if you want to read well, you need to think well first. Okay? Learn how to think in English using that vocabulary. And then when you need to use it, it's ready. Okay? Okay, Arthur wants to know Is it correct to use the substitute for instead of because and yet instead of but? That depends on the context, Arthur. I can't answer that without seeing context for every one of those. Those words do have many different ways of being used, but that's too little information for me to be able to tell you a full answer, like a definite answer. Okay. For instead of because, that would be a little old sounding. Okay, if I said, we shouldn't go to the park today, for it will rain later. That sounds almost like Shakespeare is saying it. Okay, it's correct. It's correct, but it sounds a little out of date. Okay, or maybe too formal. Okay. Yet as a substitute for but, let me think. I think yet is only a substitute for but occasionally, not all the time. And I think it's an awkward substitute sometimes. Okay? Hello, Mosen. Good to see you, my friend. Hello, Mead. Oh, he's from Greece. Well, no, I don't know, but maybe I'll check him out later. Karma did get into the English vocabulary from the Indian scriptures, from what I know. Yeah, well, at least from Hindi and Sanskrit, probably. Yeah. You tried to introduce me to others on Instagram, but you couldn't find. So you posted what? My YouTube. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I don't have an Instagram yet. Anyone? I don't have an Instagram page. But I think I will have one soon. I think my friend Miguel's going to try to help me get that going. But soon I will, I hope, but I don't have one yet. But yeah, post my YouTube. Right now, that's my main page, is just my YouTube page. Okay? I'm going to work on that soon too. Okay? Noradine says, what do you think, teacher? I'm trying to do my PhD, but my family wants me to work. Wow, Noradine, that's hard. Of course, I think that you should focus on trying to get your PhD finished, because your PhD will benefit you in many, many, many ways better than any normal job could. But I also understand that life is difficult, and sometimes you might need to take a break from your PhD to try to do a little work, or you might need to try to find some way, what we call a side hustle. A side hustle means some kind of a side job that you can do that doesn't take too much time, but will make a little bit of money for you. Like maybe selling things online or something like that. Okay? But Noradine, education is still the number one way to improve your financial situation. So if you get your PhD, that's an impressive thing, man. Very few people have PhDs in anything. Okay? How to know if you grow? Well, Elsa, that depends on what you're talking about. But in general, growth requires some struggle. Growth comes with pain. That's why we call them growing pains. So when you fail, or when you have difficult times, or when you're sad, or when you're depressed, or when you feel broken, when you come out of that, you should feel growth, hopefully. Okay? I just posted that on my page just recently. There's a great quote that I posted, and it says, let me find it here. Here it is. Anything that annoys you is teaching you patience. Anyone who abandons you is teaching you how to stand up on your own 2 feet. Anything that angers you is teaching you forgiveness and compassion. Anything that has power over you is teaching you how to take your power back. Anything you hate is teaching you unconditional love. Anything you fear is teaching you courage to overcome your fear. Anything you can't control is teaching you how to let go. So, it's the difficulties in life that when we get through them, we should feel growth. We should, hopefully. You should learn and become a better person. Ali says, I think if you're learning a new language, you have to be very careful with your words because it's a completely different culture. And that is true. That is absolutely true. And you don't know if that person is going to give you some what's the right word? Leeway is the word I want to say, but it means basically some people, if you say the wrong word, if you say the wrong words to me, like, I feel like Alex he was trying to help me, but he just didn't do it with the words that would be useful. And so I think that if you're, like I said, I apologized to him because I was too harsh on him because no, it's not his first language. So maybe he didn't use the right words because he just didn't have them, and that's okay. But not everyone will be like that. Some people, if you use the wrong words, maybe they will be very mad at you and they won't care if it's not your first language. So yes, you do need to be a little bit careful about your language when you speak in a new language. Okay? Elsa says, why can I understand your speaking, but when I'm in the exams and outside, I don't speak like you? Well, that's... Elsa, you can understand me because I'm a teacher. It's my job, okay? It's my job to speak well, to speak clearly, to speak simply, and to know how to transmit and convey information. That's my job. So, most people who are speaking, they're just speaking. It's not their job to speak well, they're just speaking. Okay? You like the word entail? Sure. What does this job entail means what does this job involve? What is required? Sala, I can't tell you. That's not a complete sentence the way you wrote it, but I can't tell you if it's right without seeing everything. How do I deal with rude people? Well, that depends. Sometimes I try to be gentle and nice and patient. And sometimes I'm a human being and I'm tired and I had a bad day and maybe I will be rude. Elsa, sometimes if you're rude to me, I just say bye and I kick you out. There's no discussion about it. I won't even think about it. Just I'll click your name and say remove from room. And in general, Elsa, if somebody's rude to me, walk away. Hello, Belen. Good to see you again, my dear. Big hugs. Hello, Gunter. How are you? V. Gates. Hello, DK. I will get you on the stage today, DK. I saw your message. Okay. Hello, Wessam. And again, don't forget to go to my YouTube channel. You can copy and paste that, or you can search for AFIEC English. Okay? Search for AFIEC and you should find it. All right? And if you want lessons from me, you can get lessons from me too. Go to my profile page and you can find there. I have 2 lesson packages that you can buy. All right, so go there. If you want lessons, you can get them. They're not free. They're not free. I don't do free. It's only here. Okay? So, and that's the reason why, look, if you really want to see me teach, then you get private lessons with me. I help you here, but if you get private lessons from me, then I can really help you. Okay? I explain things well with simple words, but do I usually use more difficult words or expressions? No. Daikicho, do I know more difficult words? Of course I do. I know them, but why do you need to use them? Simple language is always the best, in my opinion. It just always is. If you use complicated language when you don't need to, I think that says a little bit something more about your ego than it does about anything. Sometimes language can be used to exclude people. So I like to use simple language because it's inclusive. Everyone can understand simple language. But if you use difficult language, now you are excluding many people from the conversation. So, can I use simple language? I can, but I always remember Albert Einstein. He said, if you can't explain it simply, then maybe you don't really understand. Okay? Hello, Takahiro. Welcome. Okay, so let's see. First, I need to get DK on the stage. Let me talk to DK because he's been watching me for a long time and he wants to talk to me. So let me see if I can find him here. DK, where did you go? DK, are you still here? Bruce, you are right. Trump does use simple language most of the time in his speech, but I think there's a difference. You're not going to like it, though. The difference is, I don't know if he really could use big words effectively. You might not like that answer, but I just don't think he could. Okay? We won't go into that as to why, but that's a man who he readily admits that he doesn't like to read. If you don't like to read, there's a very, very strong chance that you don't have a very large vocabulary. Okay? There's a very strong chance. That's all I will say. Okay? All right. Well, I guess DK maybe is gone. I'm sorry, DK. I guess I'll have to get you the next time. I'm looking one more time. Nope, DK's not here. DK, I'm so sorry, my friend. I'm too slow. All right, well, let's talk to somebody else on my stage. One moment. Let's see. Let's talk to Summer first.
Hello, I'm Summer.
Hello, Summer. Nice to meet you. How are you?
Oh, I'm very fine. Thank you so much. So,
Good.
how are your days?
I'm pretty good. What can I do for you today? Do you have a question for me or something I can help you with?
Yeah, I have a question for you. I want to know, do you enjoy traveling?
Of course I do.
So, have you done much traveling?
Uh, mm, some. Uh, I have been to. There are 50 states in the United States, and I have been to 39 of them. And I've been to Canada, and I've been to the Bahamas, and I've been to. I lived in Taiwan for 4 years, and while I was in Taiwan, I traveled to the Philippines and to Japan and to Hong Kong, and to well, I stopped over in South Korea for just a layover, but that's it. So that's my travel
Oh,
experience.
it's a very fantastic experience.
Thank you.
So, next time maybe you can come in China because during those days it's China's New Year.
Yeah, I know you got New
When?
Year. New
Yeah.
Year is right now. Yeah, it's coming now. When did it start?
Yeah, coming now.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
The day after tomorrow, and
That's what I
we
thought. Yeah.
are
新年快乐.
celebrating our. And I have paid attention to your conversation room for a long time, and I think it's so weird to. For me, it's so weird because I have talked about many foreigners, but you are the one I can understand it easily, and your pronunciation uh, make me feel English is a little easy and I can understand what you're saying. Even I don't say the subtitle.
Well, that's good. I'm glad. I'm glad. That's my job. So, but yeah, again, when I listen to people with Chinese, the same thing is true. Sometimes I hear some people when they speak Chinese and I think, oh, I understand all of what they're saying. That's great. But many people, when I hear them speak Chinese, I can't understand them very well. Maybe they speak too fast. Maybe their pronunciation is not very clear. Maybe they have a very thick accent. So that's true for every language in the world. There will always be some people who you understand better and some people who you understand not so well. Okay?
Okay, yeah. Now I'm curious about the question. Where are you from? Are you in America?
I am in America now. Yeah, I live in Ohio. 这是俄亥俄州.
Ohio.
Yeah.
Okay, so as a teacher, I'm very curious about another question for your country about the parents-children relationship. I just want to know how much time do children spend with their parents in your country?
Well, that depends on the children.
Depends on children.
Yeah, that's
So
completely
during,
different for
yeah,
everybody. And you have to remember, we are a country made of every culture from everywhere. Okay? So that means that we have some families who have an Indian background, and some families have a Chinese background, and some families have a Middle Eastern background, and some families have a European background. So they all have different traditions or cultures about family and about how to take care of family. So, for example, I'm living with my parents and helping them and taking care of them now because they're older and they need help. Why am I doing it? Because I'm not married and I don't have any kids, so I can. But my sister, she's married, she's busy, she lives far away. It's not easy for her to help right now. My brother, he has a family of his own and he's very busy, so he can't help. But they both help, but not as much as I do. So at this point, now maybe in a few years, maybe I'll move again, and maybe my sister will then come and stay and take care of them and help them. Or my brother will.
oh, okay.
So it depends on the family. That's just us. But so I would say that we take care of our parents when they get older, but we might do it in a different way than in China, right? So in China, they do it more
Yeah.
like what I'm doing now, where you live with them or they live with you and you take care of them, right? But
Yeah.
but in
That's a
America,
lot.
many people will have a they might move to a different community for older people or a nursing home if they need real like extra help, right? And we don't think that's bad to do that to them. If you go to a nice nursing home, then it's a good situation where you have more contact with more people. Many old people, the problem is that sometimes as they get older, they also become very isolated because they can't go out and do much. They're not very mobile anymore. And so that means that they become very lonely and they only spend time by themselves, and that's not healthy. So sometimes we think it's better if they live in a community of other people like them, then they can have friendships and they can be more social and they can not feel like they're alone, right? And they also will have a nurse close by in case they need a nurse, right? So the majority of American people, I think, I can't say for sure, but I think the majority of American people, as their parents get older and they need more help, they will find some kind of community for them to move into, and it depends on how much help they need. If they're very, very independent, then maybe they just move to a small neighborhood that's just regular people who are older and they don't need any nursing help. They just want to be in a community of people similar to them. That's all. Okay? Not a bunch of young
Okay,
people.
I
They
got
just want to
it.
live with a bunch of people who are similar to them. But if they need help, if they need nursing help, then maybe they move to a home, a nursing home that has more care for them, more specific medical care, mental care, health care for them. Okay? But there are also some
Okay.
kids who do like I'm doing, and they just, maybe they invite their parents to come stay with them, or they go stay with their parents to take care of things. So now, this is my father's house, not mine, and I do all the work here, though. So if the grass needs to be cut, I do it. If the firewood needs to be brought in, I do it. If the driveway needs to be shoveled for snow, I do it. I cook most of the food here. I do all the cooking most of the time, and so pretty much whatever needs to be done here, I do it if I can. Yeah.
So you're so dependent, and I really appreciate your idea and thoughts. So uh, how much time could I stand here?
How much time can you stay on stage? Well, if you have a
Yeah, can I
VIP,
stay on the stage? Is there any limited time?
I'm not sure. I think it's different depending on where you live. But usually there's a limit, but I'm not sure. But I do want to. There are many people who do want to come on my stage, so I can't let everybody come on here forever. It's not fair. But if you have one more question, you can ask me one more quick question.
Okay. The last one more question. I'm very curious about your country students' grades because in many videos there is a heated discussion that is in America the children's grades is not very important and their parents don't care about the grades in the school. So
Well, that's not
that
true.
is a question I want to ask.
Okay, so do parents care about grades in school? Yeah, we do. Of course we do. But, Summer, the problem is this. Let me put it to you this way. I know many Chinese people who can get a good score on the IELTS test, but they can't speak very well.
Yeah.
That's because in China, they focus on grades so much that everybody just tries to pass the test. They're not really trying to learn or understand. They just want to know the answers and answer the question and finish. And that's it. So
Yeah,
the focus is
because
on just trying to get the test done. And so We understand in America now that that doesn't work. You can pass the test, yeah, but does that mean you really know this stuff and you're good at it? No, it doesn't. And so that's why now we say that grades are important, but they're not the only thing that's important. Understanding the information, understanding the knowledge, being able to use that knowledge well, that's what's important. So we recognize that grades are based on tests, and tests are not perfect. Tests are sometimes really not perfect. They show that you know the answer. They don't show that you really understand. So that's what we're talking about. We do think grades are important, but we also understand that it's not a perfect system of being able to see what someone really knows or understands. Okay? That's why we're less focused on grades now. I won't say we don't care, but we're less focused on that as the only thing. It's not the only thing that matters. Okay? Albert Einstein.
Okay,
Albert
perfect.
Einstein, he didn't get some classes he took, he didn't get good grades. So what? He's a genius. We all think he was a genius, but he didn't get good grades in some of his math classes.
Yeah,
So-
that's the difference between the two countries. In our country, there are so many genius and talented. So the examination is only way to divide the talented and the genius. So that's depend
Okay,
on
but
the
summer,
country situation.
summer. China, 中国就是在
Okay.
地球，对不对？ If
what?
China is on the earth, then that means that every country has many geniuses. Every country is, is equally filled with geniuses. China doesn't have more geniuses than anywhere else. There are geniuses everywhere, but the focus in China is on grades only. But here, Summer, here's a good quote for you from Rod Serling. He said, if you're just like everyone, that's the same as being no one. That's the problem in China. Because in China, everyone gets good grades, everyone goes to the same good schools, and that means that when you get out, you're just like everyone else. And that means it's hard to get a job because there are too many people with the same qualifications. And that's why I tell people, if you want to be unique, you have to make yourself unique. If you want to be valuable, you have to make yourself valuable. And if you're just like everyone else, then you are not valuable. You're very replaceable. Right?
Okay, got it.
So
That
you
is
have to be
common and
unique.
individual. Got it.
Yeah, it's right. It's all about the individual. So, but
Yeah.
that's the thing. The way the Chinese education system works, and I know because, again, I taught English in Taiwan for 4 years, so I think I can speak on this a little bit, okay? And I'll just say that it encourages them to get the answers, but it doesn't encourage them to be creative. It doesn't encourage them to think outside of the box, and that's a problem because creative thinking is what we need today. For example, AI. AI.
Okay, I got it. AI, artificial
Yes,
intelligence.
if you are just a person who has good grades, AI is going to replace you.
Yeah.
If you're not special
One
or
day.
unique, then AI will replace you. You have to make yourself valuable. You have to make yourself special. Okay?
Okay, I got it.
So, Summer, I'm going to let you go and see if I can talk to a few other people today, but make sure you follow and come back and see me again, okay?
Yeah, I will follow you now. See you next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks a lot.
Okay. Let's see. Did I miss any comments here? Sorry. Ali wants to know, do I teach lessons depending on what the students want to learn or what I want to teach? No, I do it, well, both. Both, Ali. I will ask you what you want. I will ask you what your goals are. And then I will try to come up with a plan of how you can achieve those goals. But I might also encourage you to learn in a slightly different way that might give you a new goal that you didn't think about before. Okay? But every student that I teach differently. Every single student is a different person. So I approach every single student differently. I give a customized program of learning for every student that studies with me. Okay? Okay, let's see. What are we talking about here? Well, I'm answering as many questions as I can. Why is the quality so low? Sophie, you mean now? Or did you mean summer? Eason noticed he missed a lot of screen time because of my coffee is gone. Yeah, well, you've been gone for a while, man. I've been drinking my coffee all morning. Woman, Samala? Let our sister speak. Is this your live stream? No, this is my live stream. Super. Okay? She spoke a lot. She spoke a lot. That's how it works, my friend. I'm the teacher. That's why they say Teacher Mark. It says Teacher Mark right there. The student is supposed to do most of the listening. The teacher is supposed to do most of the teaching. Is there a concept of joint families in the U.S.? Sure there are. Yeah, absolutely. Maybe not everyone, of course, but there certainly is. Yeah. You need an environment to speak English, lady? No, you just need to learn how to think in English. So, 在美国每天我想中文，我用中文在我的脑里。Okay? 如果你常常说英文，你可以 Okay? If you use it in your mind, then you can use it when you want to. Okay? What's the meaning of Janers? I don't know. Where did you see that? Oh. Huh? Samala? The voice quality is much better than before. Okay, good. I didn't change my microphone. I did upgrade my internet a little bit. So I'm glad it's good now. I'm glad it's good. Okay, let's see if I can get somebody else on the stage. Let's talk to, how about, no, we'll talk to Soma in Chad, if I remember correctly. Or no, not in Chad. Not in Chad.
Hello?
Hello, Soma. How are you again? Good to see
How are
you
you,
again.
Mr. Mark?
I'm good. What can I do for you today?
Today I have two questions for you, okay?
Uh-huh. Go ahead. You're in Sudan, not in Chad. Sudan. I'll remember
Yes.
that. One of these days I will remember.
Yes, yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, the first question I want to ask about, I don't know how and when to use should and could.
Okay. Give me one moment. I'll pull up my resource for that. Okay, let's see here. All right, so I'm going to send you this link after I explain it to you. But the difference between could, would, and should, because all
Yes.
three of these are slightly different, right? So they're all used to talk about possible events or situations, something that might happen, okay? But each one tells you something slightly different, okay? So could is used to talk about things that are possible, an event that could be possible, an action that could be possible. Okay? Would is used to talk about a possible or imagined situation. So could is usually talking about a real thing. Would is talking about a fantasy thing or a hypothetical situation, right? So if I say, could you pick me up after school tomorrow? That's real. But if I say, would you eat this pizza or that pizza? That's more like a hypothetical situation.
What's the
Which
meaning
one
of
would you choose?
hyper?
Hypothetical means not real. Not real.
Oh,
Just like
okay.
if I say hypothetically, would you like to visit America? That means just, I can't invite you here for real. I wish I could pay for you to come here and come visit, but I don't have that money. So hypothetically, if you could, would you? So, yeah. See, I even
Okay.
said it that way. If you could means that's real. Would you is hypothetical. Okay?
Okay.
And
Sure.
then should is used to say something is the proper or best thing to do. You should go to bed early and not stay up too late. You should finish your homework before school, each day, whatever, right? So that's talking about the proper thing to do, something that someone thinks is the best thing. Okay? So
Okay.
could is talking about real things usually. Would is talking about a hypothetical or a an imagined situation or a possible situation. So again, would you like to see this movie or that movie? That's a question, but it's
Yes.
we're not talking about actually going. It's just asking the question. Okay? If I
Yes.
say, could you go see this movie or that movie? Now I'm really asking, can you? Are you able to? Do you see the difference? One is really in a real situation. You're asking, is it possible for you to go to this movie at that time? And the other one is just asking, which one would you prefer? That's just in your mind. Okay?
Okay. Okay.
And here is a good link for that. If you want to, you can go to this link and you can see a better explanation about that. Okay, one moment. I think this link is probably going to be too long to copy into this chat because the chat's too small, right? So I'll tell you what. Soma, send me a private message and then I'll send you this link after the live stream is over.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. I will send. Okay. The second question. About my daughter. Okay.
Okay?
My daughter studies in international school. Okay, and at school they speak English all the time.
Good.
And okay, and when she comes home, she speaks Arabic with us. The question is, does this affect and make the English language unstable in her mind because she spends most of her time at home?
Okay. That's a good question. What I would say is I think it's good for her to learn that Arabic is your family's language and that's the language that you speak in your family. But
Yes.
I think it would also be really good for your family to encourage her English. If you think that's important for her, prove it by you should do this every Friday or maybe Monday, Wednesday, and Friday or something. Just let's try one day a week to start. You can just do Friday evening, your dinner is English only dinner. And just for an hour or two, you just have English for 2 hours in your house. That will tell her that you recognize that this is important for her and you are also willing to sacrifice and show her how important it is. Because does everyone in your family speak English well?
Her father, yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, then if you and her father also speak English well, then it should be easy to just do a dinner once a week or a couple times a week. Or breakfast or lunch, whichever you want to do, whatever. But just choose a time period in your home that is English only for a couple of hours. And then she'll know that this is not just something you say is important. that you're also trying to show her that you use it too, and you know it too, and you want to practice it too.
Okay.
Okay, so I think anybody who has a bilingual family, you need to create a bilingual environment. So not all the time, it's okay to just maybe sometimes. But
Yes.
definitely it would be good because it will prove to her that you recognize that this is important to do also and that you think it's valuable. So let's do, once a week we're going to have dinner and it's going to be English only dinner. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, something like that. You can talk about your day. How was your day at school? But only in English. What do you want to do this weekend? Only in English. Did you see that movie? What did you think about that movie? Only in English. Things like that. That'll just,
Okay.
that way she recognizes that you're not just saying English is important. You need it. Everybody says that. But if you show that you're willing to do something in your home, that's a sacrifice. Then that proves to her that you really do believe what you're saying. Okay?
Yeah, this good idea. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, Soma, it
Okay.
was wonderful to talk to you again, and I'll see you next time then, okay?
Yeah, thanks a lot.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.
All right. Alex, I am not a Michael Jackson expert, my friend. If you want to know about Michael Jackson and the history of Michael Jackson, just look it up online, because I can't tell you. I don't know, man. I don't know, and I have better things to think about. I don't need to spend my time on that at this point in my life. But if you want to find that information, go on the internet and you can find it. Just remember, don't just look on the internet and believe the first thing that you see. Everything that you read on the internet, everything, I don't care where it is or where it comes from, you need to check that with another source. Don't believe everything you see on the internet. Hi, my name is Teacher Mark. I'm 1,031 years old. I said it on the internet, so it must be true. No. The truth is something that you have to dig for. It's not just going to jump up and place itself in your mind. Okay? Yeah. So just look if you want to find that, okay? How to say perseverance, perseverance, perseverance. Okay? Okay, let's see. Ali, the deaths of people are mysteries only because they're not. None of those deaths are mysteries at all. There's no mystery in them at all. But the human mind is a funny thing. We like to create myths. We like to create fantasies. We like to create alternate realities that make us think that we know something that no one else does. So that's why there are so many conspiracy theories. The majority of people who believe in conspiracy theories, they just want to believe that they know something that no one else does. It's about their own ego. Feeling like they know things that nobody else knows makes them feel special. So that's the reason why most people believe in conspiracies. Okay, I'm not saying that there are no conspiracies. There are, but they're not as common as you think they are. Okay? A conspiracy, if conspiracies are common, then they're not conspiracies at all. Okay? Could I teach you pronunciation through text? Lenny? Yeah, I think maybe I'll do that in the future again. I used to do some reading. I would read for you. Maybe I will do that again in the future. Or maybe I will just post some videos on my YouTube like that. I think that's better, maybe. So let me think about that some more and think about how I want to do that. But maybe I will try to do another video series where I'm just reading from English books. Maybe an English novel. I'll read, a Mark Twain book or something. Okay? David, I'm glad you think that I'm wise. Wisdom is a thing. If you want to call someone a person who has wisdom, you say they are wise. Okay? I don't know if my father would agree with you. But I'm glad you think so. Do I know the method of shadowing, and can I give you some information about how to get it? Yes, Alimov, there is only one important rule about shadowing. Shadowing is also called mimicking, and it's basically, it means you watch someone else who you think is good, and then you try to repeat things exactly as they are, okay? But there's one very important part about shadowing. If you're going to shadow someone, you have to choose a good person to shadow. Don't just shadow anyone. Find someone who, when you hear them speak, you think, wow, I really want to speak like that guy or that girl. Then shadow them. Okay? Shadowing is no value if you're shadowing someone. Shadowing has no value if you're shadowing someone who doesn't speak well. That's my opinion. Okay? Yes, Lenny, you can ask me something. Okay. Reem, yes, I am still doing I forgot. I think it was you who I told that I will do a vocabulary lesson today, but I forgot about that. So let me try to do that tomorrow for you. Join my live stream tomorrow, and I'll teach you about etymology and where the words come from and all of that. Okay? I promise. Pablo wants to know if it's possible to speak English by himself. Yeah, it's possible. Sure. Of course. Why not? Can I give you the names of books to read? Science books. Yeah. Send me a message, Fola, and maybe I'll see if I can create a list for you. Send me a private message, okay? Okay. Do I know Kenny Rogers? Sure. You gotta know when to hold 'em. Know when to fold 'em. Something like that. Know when to something. Walk away. Yeah, good song. The Gambler. Kenny Rogers. Kenny Rogers Roasters. Good chicken, too. Yes, hello, Lily Khan or Lily San. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but yes, if you're on my YouTube, then you don't need a VIP anymore. So once again, go to my YouTube channel, everybody. If you want to, go to my YouTube channel, and there will be no time limit. If you can't find it by copying that link, then search for AFIEC, and you'll find it. Okay? Hello, Freya. Freya, did you know that your name is the name that the day Friday? Friday is named after the goddess Freya. So Friday is actually Freya's day. That's the name Friday. It comes from the name Freya, the goddess Freya, who was a Viking goddess, a Norse goddess, and Friday is named after her. The squeaky wheel gets the grease. That idiom means that if you never complain, then no one will ever help you. But if you say, hey, I need help. Hey, I need help. Hey, this thing's wrong. This needs to be fixed. If you make some noise like a squeaky wheel, right? If the wheel is squeaking, then you know it needs oil. If you're saying, hey, I need help, then people know you need help. So the squeaky wheel gets the grease basically means that if you need help or you want something to be changed or you want something to be fixed, then you have to say something. If you never say anything, no one's ever going to fix it. Okay? I resemble Russell Crowe. No, nobody's ever told me that before. Sure, I'm all right with that. Whatever. I think I look like me, but maybe Russell looks like me. Did you ever think of it that way? I don't look like Russell Crowe. Russell Crowe looks like me. Andy, what are you saying? Something you'll... I'm sorry, I can't read simplified so well. No, go back. I hate that. Try this again. Oh, look, I didn't know that. Andy is teaching me the Chinese version of the squeaky wheel gets the grease. Yeah, okay, yeah. That's right. I see now. Haiziyong. Okay, all right. I think I understand now. Good. Don't forget to play Led Zeppelin. All right, I will play a Led Zeppelin song for you today, Carlos. I'm not sure which one, but I'll play something. I don't know if I can pull off Good Times, Bad Times anymore. Maybe. That one's really hard. But I do love, there's a bunch of songs I love, so I'll choose one. Okay. There you go. Andy, can you do me a favor? Can you write the pinyin for me? For that? That would help me a little bit. Am I a fan of Leonardo DiCaprio? Sure. Yeah. I've seen a lot of his movies and TV shows and things like that, so sure. Yeah. Can you write the pinyin? Can you give me the pinyin for that phrase, Andy? 可以写 pinyin 吗? Yeah. Okay.会哭的孩子有奶吃OK， 谢谢。会哭的孩子有奶吃。Okay. Thank you. Yes. Crying children, you give the crying children milk to eat. Right. Although, David, there's a funny thing in Chinese. Sometimes there's one thing that's different. So we never say eat milk. We say drink milk. Right? And we never say drink soup. We say eat soup. So in Chinese, they say he tang, but we say chi tang. Yeah, we say eat soup. Why? Why is that true? It's actually kind of interesting. It's because most Chinese soups are mostly soup. It's mostly the broth, right? It's mostly drinking. But most Western soups, most of them are more, most of the Western soups are they have a lot of things to eat in them, meat or vegetables or, something thick and heavy to eat. So we say eat soup, not drink soup. All right. Hello, Gerardo. And Medi, good to see you again. Okay, would someone... I'd like to talk to one more person, maybe, before I play some music, maybe. What time is it? It's 11 o'clock. I've been here for 2 hours already. See, look, I told you, Miguel. Miguel, you forgot to yell at me. If you're still there, Miguel. Yeah, I already did 2 hours now. I see time flies, man. It goes by quickly. I forgot to set my alarm today too. So, let's see. So some of you know that I play drums, clearly, right? Some of you know that I play drums, and I sometimes like to play a couple of songs at the end of my live streams, just to have some fun playing music, and to show you that I like music. I love music. Music is that's my religion. So, but what I like to do, I usually like to try to play songs that I don't know already. Okay? So I usually like to play songs that are not from the West, not Western music. Okay? So not songs from American bands or, European, well, I should say maybe English bands, British bands. So if you have a song you want me to try to play, you can write it there and I will try. And I usually can do okay. Usually. Okay? But I like to play music from other countries. I like to play something that I've not heard before. I like to put on a song. I've never heard that song in my life, and I'll try to see if I can play to it. Okay? Can I play Michael Jackson? Yes, I can, and I have. I'm sure you can go on my website, on YouTube. There's at least, I know I've played Billie Jean a couple of times on my live streams, and I know there's another Michael Jackson song on my YouTube also. So I have played Michael Jackson millions of times, Ali. That's what I'm saying. Guys, I am an English teacher. Hi, that's my job now. But for about 20-some years, I played music in bars and clubs. So I played Michael Jackson a lot. All right? So that's music that I'm already very familiar with. But I like to try music I don't know. Let's see. Gerardo wants to know, Americans have different accents and ways of speaking. Is there any way to learn how to identify them? Not really. Not really, man. Well, if you become more familiar with the different accents, then you'll recognize them, right? There are many accents in the United States, but some of them are more thick than others. Thick means maybe a little bit harder to understand, right? So the New York accent, the New Jersey accent, the Boston accent, maybe Maine, maybe Minnesota, it depends, right? Or maybe the Southern accents might be difficult for you to understand, from Texas or Mississippi or Georgia. Those could be difficult for you to understand, maybe, okay? But my accent is a Midwestern accent, and it's probably considered the most neutral, the easiest to understand. Okay? Do I like the band Beyond? I'm not familiar with them. Can I play? I'll look it up and I'll see. Rock On is an Indian song? Okay, let's see. Chinese songs? Can I sing Chinese songs? Well, I'm not a singer. I probably could, yeah. You know what I was doing the other day? I was practicing this. I'm still working on it. I'm not perfect yet, but let's see if I can do this for a minute. My Chinese followers will know what I'm doing. 是是是是实施是实是实是实施是是 Almost. You guys know what that is? Lady knows what that is. So, yeah, this is a Chinese poem. There's a Chinese poem that's kind of like a tongue twister where it uses only the word or the sound shi, but it's every tone. So you have to try to do all of them. And it's very difficult. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. I do not look like George W. Bush. No, I do not. Not at all. Not even close. Sorry, Mina. Mina, sometimes you guys have to remember. I'm sorry, but there is a cultural aspect to this that happens, right? If you have never been around a lot of white people, then when you see a white guy, you think, "Oh, he looks just like that white guy." But that would be like me, Mina, it would be like me saying, "Mina, you look just like this other Iranian girl I know." Because maybe I've only seen a few. So if I've only seen a few, then maybe that's what it, yeah. So, but no, Mina, it's not about whether I like him or hate him. It's not about that. I'm not a huge fan, but that has nothing to do with it. It's just that if you put a picture of him next to me, then you'll see, no, I don't. I don't look like him. All right? I'm white, he's white. Okay, let's see. If I can find a volunteer in the chat who sings well, but Gerardo, that won't work because there's a delay, right? So when I play music here and you sing, it won't be in the same time because this has to go to outer space and then come back down to you, so it can't match up that way. I wish it could. That would be awesome. Okay, I'm gonna find a song to play. I'm gonna play a song to play. Ali, if you send me a message, I'll send you some Michael Jackson stuff, okay? All right, let's see. Yeah, Miguel, it's okay. I was just kidding, man. I was just joking. It's not your responsibility to tell me when to quit. Don't worry about it, okay? Do I know what band? What band are you talking about, Alex? Okay, give me 1 minute. I'll find a song and I'll see if I can play some music, okay? Hold on. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to. I'll play one song, then I'll talk to one person, then I'll play one song, then I'll talk to I'm still going to answer some questions. I'm still going to answer some questions, okay? So, but you have to wait and you have to watch and you have to listen to a little bit of music, just a little, okay? It's not going to kill you to watch me play drums for a minute, all right? Let me adjust my camera. Let me bring it over here so you guys can see better. All right. Let's see. Oh, except I need to move my table first. All right. Let's put this back. All right. That's good enough. Okay. All right, so let's see. Let's see, which song was I gonna do first? Okay, first thing I'm gonna do. Let's see. All right, the first song I'm gonna do is I'll do. Oh, I need my keyboard. I'm gonna play this Zeppelin song for you just because I haven't played this one in a long time, and it's one of my favorite songs. And some of you might think, "Oh, that sounds interesting." It almost sounds kind of like Middle Eastern music because the song is called Kashmir. So here we go. This is Led Zeppelin, Kashmir.
Stay So that song is really long, but I decided to fade it out a little bit early. But there you go. There's a little Led Zeppelin Kashmir for you. All right, now I want to play a song that I don't know. I know that song very well. So let me try a song that you want me to play. Okay, so you choose any song from your culture, not from my culture. I want to play songs from other cultures. I don't want to play any song that's from my country or that I've played a million times before. Okay? So choose something I don't know. Choose something I don't know. Challenge me. Challenge me. Okay? What song should I play now? Ah, there it is. Is it this one? What happened? Oh, sorry. Ooh, I like that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll play this. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I like the sound of this. I'll play it. All right, so this is... Oh, I can't pronounce it well. Carmelos of Cianaro, Miss Mujerzuela. So Mujerzuela. Sorry, my Spanish is terrible. Get you a little closer. And yes, if you want to watch my live streams, you have to watch some music. I come with music. That's how it works, okay? Most of my great teaching ideas are from music. So watch and learn and listen and just have fun, people. Come on, I'm trying to make it fun. I'm bringing you some music too, and lights and smoke and all that. All right, so let me try this one by El Flaco. This song. Here we go.
estaba la golosina. Pasaron 10 minutos y lograron flechar. Nos miraban dos cositas que nos vieron entrar. Me dijo el flaco, 4, 3, el par de nenas. Y yo soy la niña, nos pusimos a hablar. De repente llega la novia de algún Pablo Escobar. Me dijo, soy casada de esta fiesta, vamos. ¿Quieres más? Tómalo, aquí está. Mírame, yo te doy, si tú quieres. ¿Quieres más? Tómalo, aquí está. Mírame, yo te doy. A las 4 de la tarde en un extraño lecho, tratando de acordarme de lo que había hecho, me alegró ver a mi lado a una rubia tan hermosa. Es que de día se ponen horrorosas. Ella me dijo no hay problema ninguno, sigue acostado, yo hago el desayuno. Y pude darme cuenta que la cosa estaba buena al ver que el desayuno lo trajo la morena. Al preguntar qué pasa, me dijo que en aquella casa todas eran muy amigas y por eso es que todo lo compartían. Tómalo, aquí está. Mírame, yo te doy, si tú quieres. ¿Quieres más? Tómalo, aquí está. Mírame, yo te doy. ¿Quieres más? Tómalo, aquí está. Mírame, yo te doy, si tú quieres. ¿Quieres más? Tómalo, aquí está. Mírame, yo te doy.
All right, there you go. It wasn't perfect, but it was okay. It was good. I like the song. It's a fun song. Kind of reminds me of like a. It's got a little Red Hot Chili Peppers kind of a vibe to it. And it's always so nice. Once again, when I go back and I look over and there's everybody left my room again. One day, I just want just one. Here's what I'm going to do from now on. Guys, hi. It really doesn't feel nice when you watch me if I just talk about English. That's fine. I get that. You want to learn English. But is it really that hard? Is it really that bad to just spend a couple of minutes listening to some music? Really? Is it? I'm glad some of you liked it, but so many people leave, and it really doesn't feel cool when you leave during a performance. You cannot leave when I play. That's the new rule. If you came to my live stream, if I start playing music, don't leave or don't come back. How's that? All right, because look, this is part and parcel of who I am. Music comes with my teaching. Music comes with my teaching. Music comes with my teaching. Okay? I'm sorry if you don't like music, but you have to watch it if you want to watch me. That's the rule. Okay? They are a bummer. They are a bummer. Thank you, Gerardo. Again, it wasn't a perfect performance, but that's the challenge. Is I've never heard that song in my life, so I just try to play and see if I can do it, with first time. It's hard. It's not an easy thing to do, but I enjoy it. So I'll do one more song, one more. Give me something from another country. Give me something from India. Give me something from China. Give me something from Africa. That would be awesome. Give me another song. Mo wants me to do Not My Time to Die by a Chinese band named Joyside. Okay, let me see if I can find it. Well, I got it. Let me see. What's this sound like? think I could probably do this. Let's see. Oh, okay. Yeah, I like this one. All right, I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a shot. My other stick go. There it is. Okay. All right, let me give this a shot. This is Not My Time to Die by Joyside. Here we go. I like that song. That was pretty cool. I dig that one. I've never heard that band before or that song, but that's a pretty cool song, man. I hope I did it okay. I tried my best. All right. Well, all right, everybody. Well, just one of these days, just one day, I just want people to stay and not leave. Just one. It doesn't feel very nice. You know, when I look and there's 100 people, and then I look and there's 30 people, 60% of my audience left. Come on, guys. Really? Am I really asking that much for you to listen to a song or two? Anyway. Okay, so it's time for me to go. I need to take a break, go have lunch, and I will be back later to do a voice room later today, okay? And please make sure you join my YouTube channel. Search for AFIEC on YouTube. AFIEC. 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 Search for that on YouTube, and you will find me on YouTube, okay? There are lots of videos on YouTube of my teaching. There are lots of videos on my YouTube of drumming and music, okay? Rabbit, you're late, Rabbit. You're late. I've been here for how long? My live stream has been going for almost 3 hours. 2 hours and 45 minutes I've already been here. So, you'll have to come back next time. But Rabbit, I'm here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, at least right now. I'm here that many days, okay? I started about 3 hours ago. So every day about this time, 3 hours earlier, okay? And it's lunchtime for me now. It's lunchtime. It's almost 12 o'clock p.m. here. And if you want private lessons with me, I do have private lessons for English and private lessons for drums, too. I am a drum teacher. I'm an even better drum teacher than I am an English teacher. So, yeah, if you want lessons, go to my profile page and you can buy lessons from me. All right? Yeah, I think that's about it. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but I'll see you guys a little bit later today. I'll be back for my voice room, okay? And my voice room doesn't have any drumming, no music, just voice. Kills me, man. It kills me that it's always about 30 people who stay. Yeah. But anyway. Oh well. You can't please everyone. I don't know. Am I asking too much? Is it really that much for me to ask just to watch me play drums on a few songs and listen to a couple of songs from some music you've never heard before? I don't think that's that much to ask. Whatever. All right, everybody. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for following. Have a good morning. Have a good afternoon. Have a good evening, wherever you are. And don't forget to be a language warrior. And listen to music, for crying out loud. All right, I'll see you next time. Bye.